people, there we go. Then as people filter in, hopefully I will be able to admit them. What I want to do today is first, thank you for being here. Thank you for making this commitment to yourself to awaken into something new. I love the energy of the seasons, and spring is really all about blossoming into fullness. Whether it's the full bloom of a flower or leaves coming out, baby animals, all of those things, spring is truly about blossoming into something. And over the next 5 days, I'm going to give you the tools and the skills and the habits and the wisdom and the insight and all of that stuff that will help you blossom into the next phase of who you are. Now, obviously, you can't do all of that in a week. I'm going to teach you everything that I can, but there's more. And you also have to take what you're learning and apply it over time. But I can promise you that the tools, the skills over these next 5 days are the backbone of the tools and the skills of the foundations that you need in order to launch yourself to that next place, whether it is right now or whether it's something in the future. Because as you know, this is a process that just keeps happening over and over, not infidelity, but stuff. One moment it's infidelity, then it's, an aging parent, a miscarriage, a loss of a job, like things just keep happening. And it's frustrating. But that's why it's so important, and why I'm so passionate about teaching these skills, is because these are the skills that you need to go to that next level. If you've got questions along the way, you can raise your physical hand, you can raise your hand, your Zoom hand, or you can even just click yourself off mute and say, wait a minute, Laura, I've got a question. And I'm happy to answer those either in the middle or at the end. Either way is fine by me. And at the end, I will open it up to questions. So today we are talking about intention setting and guided hypnosis, and using the power of the subconscious mind to anchor in your spring awakening intention. So the first thing that I want to do, let me do that. First thing I want to do is I'm going to pin me. So for the video, it's a little bit easier. There we go. So the first thing I want to say is, what is an intention anyway? Because you've probably heard about them. Intentions are really just a destination. It's a decision that you make inside about where you want to be. So we're here because of infidelity, because of betrayal. And it doesn't feel good. And you are on this betrayal recovery journey. Where do you want to be at the end of this journey? We use the term journey. A journey is from somewhere to somewhere. Where are you now? And where do you want to be? And how do you want to be? So many people say, I want to be healed. Perfect. I want to be healed. I want to be healthy. I want to be whole. I want to be happy. Yay. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? Because if you break an arm and you say, I want to be healed, it's pretty easy. Okay, healed. I'm out of the cast. The bone has knit together and I'm functional. What does it really mean when you say, I want to be healed? And when I send you this replay, I'm also going to send you some worksheets. And this is one of the worksheets that I'm going to want you to spend a little bit of time journaling on, writing on. What is my intention? What does it mean to be healed? How will I know when I'm happy? Well, I just want to be happy again. How will you know? What does that mean? It is your destination point. And as part of that, it's how do you figure out what you want? Because if you're anything like me, you can get so kind of chaotic and shooken up in your brain, and you're like, I don't even know. I don't even know what I want. I just don't want to be here, and I just don't even know what I want. Okay, when you're spinning like that, that's normal. That's natural. But you need to start slowing that cycle so you can choose your direction, because otherwise you literally are spinning. So how do you figure out what you want? Journaling is one of the best ways to figure out what you want. Using a flow chart in that journaling is one of the best ways to do that. So, for example, how do you know what you want? Okay, knowing what you want is a combination of knowing what you don't want and what you do want. Raise your hand, just your physical hand, if you know something that you don't want. Perfect. Perfect. So that's something you can write down. I don't want this. So you might say, thank you for raising that. I don't want a partner who cheats. I don't want to be cheated on again. Perfect. What's on the opposite side of that? What you do want. Because when you say, I don't want a partner who cheats, let's get more specific. I want a faithful partner. Okay. Faithful in emotion, faithful in physicality. Okay, that's a pretty base level. What else do you want around that? What does it mean to you to have that faithful partner? And that's what you need to start clarifying and moving towards. The example that I like to give is, it's dinner time. You're ready for dinner. What do you want to eat? I don't know what I want to eat. Have you ever been there? You're like, I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want. Yeah. It's this combination of, okay, do you want to stay home and eat, or do you want to go out? Perfect. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for sharing that. Do you want to go home at home, or do you want to eat in a restaurant, or do you want to stay at home? Perfect. Okay, we've decided we want a restaurant. Okay, so this is that flow chart. Home or away? Okay, restaurant. Okay, what kind of a restaurant do you want? Do you want Mexican, Italian, Asian, pub food? Okay, well, I don't want Asian. I don't want pub food. It's Mexican or Italian. You're sorting, you're sifting. Okay, Mexican or Italian. All right, let's do Mexican. Okay, do you want sit down, or do you want fast food? Okay, I think I want sit down. Okay, perfect. In a sit down, do you want Tex-Mex, or do you want traditional? You can just keep filtering down. And it's a process. And I love drawing things. Let me draw it for you. I love drawing my little flow chart like that, where it's choice, A and B, A and B, A and B. So I can see the progress that I'm making, because sometimes it's so freaking frustrating to be like, I don't know what I want, and I'm so confused and I don't know what I want. Well, look at the flow chart. You know a lot of different things. You might not have landed on the central thing, but you know a lot. And I just want to share, Allie was saying, I want to be a priority and feel safe. That's perfect. It's getting more specific. I want to be a priority. I want to feel safe. And that's the first thing that I want to have you do today, is come up with what your spring awakening intention is. And you might know it right now, and you might need to sit with it and work on it today. And here's where I want you to let you off the hook. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is not like the intention, and this is the last time you're ever going to set an intention. Pick an intention. Just pick it. You've got a week. We're going to play with your intention for 1 week. If you don't like it, you can change it. If you want to do this again, you're going to have access to the videos. Do it again. Pick your intention. And your intention doesn't have to necessarily have anything to do with infidelity. You can be like, you know what? My intention is to start sleeping. My intention is to start walking. My spring awakening intention is to start tuning into myself and taking care of my health a little bit. I'm going to pause here. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, or if you're like, I know my intention and I can't wait to share. And you can type it. Oh, here comes somebody else. You can type it or you can say it. Who has an intention? Awesome.
Don't know if this is like too broad, but mine is like just to be happy again.
That's perfect. And it's not too broad, but I'd love to challenge you to journal on that a little bit. What does it mean to be happy?
Yeah.
All have a slightly different definition. Because that way, how do you know? I know I'm happy when I wake up and my gut's not clenched. I know I'm happy when I find myself just smiling and laughing as I'm driving down the street for no apparent reason. What does it mean for you to be happy?
Yeah.
Who else has an intention that they'd like to share?
Yeah, I can share. I would like to improve my, I like to start taking more care of my body, losing a little bit of weight and just getting out and walking more and exercising more.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's actually my intention too. My intention is to prioritize myself and my health right now. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. And then again, how will you know when you're doing that? Is it walking most every day? Is it, what is it? Eating more whole foods, maybe 80% whole foods? Start quantifying some of those for all of your intentions so you can tell if you're being successful. Not as a way to punish yourself, like, oh my God, I ate 90% crap instead of 90% good food. I'm awful. But in terms of like, where am I at? Where am I at? How will I know if I'm getting better? I just recently started a tracking app on the macros. And it's like, it's interesting. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm really carb heavy. I wonder how to start managing that. And I'm just playing around with it. So it's just experimenting. Let me see what Allie said here. My anxiety gone. Yes. Doing fun things alone and with spouse. Yeah. And leaning into that, doing fun things. Define fun. Not getting caught up in, should I be here? Should I not be here? If I'm having fun, am I rewarding him? If, oh my gosh, if I'm not having fun, maybe it's better because then it punishes him. Not getting caught in that mental spiral. So getting very clear about that intention. Okay. Whatever your intention is right here, right now, the next thing we're going to do is use hypnosis to anchor your intention in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what hypnosis is, how it works. I'm going to teach you how to do an anchor so you can anchor it in. And then I'm going to lead you through a guided hypnosis. Okay, the mind. We've got the conscious portion of the mind and the subconscious or unconscious portion of the mind. The conscious portion of the mind is about 1 to 10% of the mind's power, which is not a lot. And the rest of it down here, that subconscious or unconscious, that's what drives most of our behavior. The unconscious, the subconscious, doesn't matter which term you use, it's the same. It's like the operating system of a computer. And the reason that we are designed that way is it's very efficient. You've probably heard about decision-making fatigue or decision fatigue. If we had to decide everything all day, we would be exhausted by like 10 o'clock. So many things we do on autopilot. When you take a shower, you wash and you shampoo and you do things. You don't decide, I'm going to wash my left shoulder. Now I'm going to move down to my forearm. Now I'm going to do my right shoulder. Now, like, oh my gosh, think about all the decisions that take place when you're taking a shower. How much shampoo to put out? How long? Do you scrub? Do you what? Like, it's exhausting if you think about it. You just get in the shower, you're on autopilot, you do it. You brush your teeth, you're on autopilot, you do it. You cook, oftentimes on autopilot. I usually have like an egg and toast for breakfast. I just go through the kitchen, I do it. I don't think about it. I don't think about, I have to open the refrigerator. Now I have to reach in. Now life is lived on autopilot and it's a good thing. The problem is, the difficulty is when we have a decision to make, when we want to change a habit, we are fighting like up to 99% of our mind's power. Because it's just saying, this isn't what we usually do. This isn't what we usually do. This isn't what we usually do. In relationships, we show up a certain way. You're a certain way with your mom, a slightly different way with your dad, a slightly different way with your spouse, a slightly different way with your wild friend, a slightly different way with your conservative friend. You're different with a toddler than you are with a teenager. We show up a little bit different in all of these relationships. And then that's how we show up. So when something happens like infidelity, like a betrayal, all of a sudden we go, I got to show up differently. But it's hard to do because we have history with that person. And we have history with ourselves. And we have all these beliefs like a woman should do this, or a wife should do that, or a friend should do this. So when you decide to make a change, it takes a lot of energy. Hypnosis is a tool that you can use to help that change be easier. Why? Because hypnosis targets the subconscious portion of the mind, which is the bulk of your mind's power. So you make the conscious decision up here, I'm going to be happy. I am going to start having fun. I am going to start taking care of my health. I am going to prioritize me. I'm going to whatever it is. You've made that decision. That is your intention. You've just done that with about 10% of your mind. Do you think just 10% is enough to change the other 90%? No. No, no, no. So hypnosis brings that 90% on board. So when you make the decision, you set the intention, you choose your destination, then we use hypnosis to bring that other 90% of your mind's power on board. So change becomes easier. So you start doing the things that support your intention to be happy, to prioritize yourself, to do fun things, to live free from anxiety. And Allie, I'm pushing into that one a little bit too. My anxiety gone. Okay, that's what you don't want. But then I want you to claim what you do want. What does it mean to live without anxiety? And Allie, I also think your microphone is still turned on. Yep. To claim what it is that you do want. There we go. Because the mind responds to what you do want. The mind doesn't respond to negatives. So if you feed, just using that as an example, my anxiety gone. If you feed that into your mind during hypnosis, your brain is going to hear anxiety, 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 and it's going to give you anxiety. So on the flip of that, it might be calm. It might be peace. Calm, calm, calm. Yeah, safe. Calm, feeling safe. Yes. So that's what you're feeding into the subconscious. Happy, calm, safe, priority, healthy, strong, clear. So that's what we're going to do is I'm going to have you do a guided hypnosis for you. We're taking that intention, we're taking the feelings of that intention, and we are programming the subconscious portion of your mind so it is in alignment with the conscious portion of your mind. So you don't have this internal push-pull, I want this, but not that. Because if you want to be happy, if you want to be calm, if you want to feel safe, but 90% of your mind is used to feeling threatened because you've just been betrayed, and 90% of your mind has its claws out and it's like, nope, nope, nope. The little 10% isn't going to get you there. Does that make sense? Nod, thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you. Do you have to do a specific, great question, Patty. Do you have to have a specific intention before you do hypnosis? No, no. You can have a general intention, and then you can use the replay once you get more specific about that. Okay. So like using my dinner analogy, what do you want for dinner? Oh my gosh, I know I want to eat. I don't know if I want to stay home or go out. I don't know if I want Italian, Chinese, Mexican, whatever, but I know I want to eat. I know I'm hungry. Stick with that. Then as you filter it through, you can do it again. I know I want to eat out. Then you can filter through. I know I want Italian. Then you can filter through. I know I want takeout. Okay. Get more and more specific every single time. And no, you don't have to have a specific intention. Okay. The other reason hypnosis is so powerful is, excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold, is you, like, we're going to put you in the state of hypnosis, but then you can return yourself to that state of an open subconscious mind anytime by using an anchor. An anchor is just a physical thing that you do. Oftentimes I recommend just pushing these two fingers together. You can do crossing your fingers. You can do touching all the fingers. You can do making a fist. You can do grabbing something. It's just something that I want you to do. Some people twist an earring. It's a physical anchor that you can do anywhere, anytime that you want to remind yourself of your intention. Something that you can do anywhere, anytime when you want to make the right decision. So if you decide I'm not going to eat sugar anymore, and you're at work and they come by with your favorite dessert because it's somebody's birthday and there's donuts and ice cream and cake, and you have just set this intention, you will use this anchor to remind yourself, you know what? I am choosing not to eat sugar. I'm using this intention to help me come back to a centered, grounded space. If your intention is like, if you keep engaging with your partner and you're like engaging in a crazy way and then letting your mind, obsessive thoughts, you can use the anchor to be like, no, I don't want to do obsessive thoughts. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't want to be a psycho screaming person. I want to stay calm. Using your anchor helps you get to where you want to be. So if your intention is to prioritize yourself, to be happy, and you find yourself doing this and like, I'm such a martyr and I can't do, your anchor will help remind you of, no, 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 no. Subconscious mind that used to go psycho, go crazy, that used to make myself last priority. No, 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 no. I'm driving the show now. This is what I want. This is what I choose. So the anchor, you've got the physical, whatever it is. You've got a breath. A long Slow, deep breath. Dropping all the way down into your belly. That connects spirit, that connects energy, that floods the brain with oxygen and helps you think better. And the third thing is you've got a word. And that word is the intellectual reminder of what you want. So for purposes of what we're doing today, that is your intention. It can be happy, safe, calm, a priority, healthy, free, powerful, clear. That is your word. So what you need today is a physical anchor. You need to decide what it is that you're doing. You need to breathe. That's a given. I hope you're breathing. And you need a word that is tied to your intention, or that is your intention. Got it? Okay. What I'm going to do right now, before I lead you through the hypnosis, is I want to pause and I want you to ask your questions now, because after the hypnosis, that's when I just kind of want us to float away and be more embodied instead of up here in our heads. So if you have questions or comments or thoughts, go ahead and ask that now. Yeah, Patty.
Okay. I was going to type this out, but it's hard to do on the phone. Okay. So when, I was kind of making notes and thinking of what it is that I don't want, because I can't think of what I want because there's just so much. But I do want out of my current mindset, because it's been like in a bad level for a while. So I wrote down that you said don't be negative. So I want to feel clear and confident. And I'm is that a good intention, or do I need to be more? How do I know when I'm?
That is a perfect intention, and it is a perfect place to start. One of the other tools that we're going to use today, this week, is journaling. So for any of you, for all of you, the journaling is going to help you get more specific with that. So this is a perfect intention. I want to be clear. And then you can start thinking about what that might mean. I want to be confident. And then you can start thinking about that, what that might mean. But today, the intention is broad. And I've mentioned and pushed back on some things just to get your minds going. But this is like, if you're in the middle of the country, do we go to the East Coast, or do we go to the West Coast? That's all we need to decide today. You want to be clear. You want to be calm. You want to be happy. You want to be safe. You want to take care of your health. Okay. Does that answer that? Okay. And then hypnosis addresses what gets in the way of that. So what gets in the way of being happy? What gets in the way of being calm? What gets in the way? Hypnosis addresses that because it anchors you back into what you want. Chores get in the way. Habits get in the way. Dinking around on my phone gets in the way. Like when I think about all the things that get in the way of me taking care of myself. Oh, just wanting to sit on the couch and watch TV gets in the way. Having my kids call or a friend call or something like that, that can get in the way. So how do you get yourself back on track? Through hypnosis. Make sense? Okay, are you ready? And if you can't do this now, no big deal. Come on back. Okay. What I would like you to do is either close your eyes or just cast your eyes down, because you're just cutting out visual stimulation. And I just want you to start relaxing. and being. Notice your thoughts. Notice your breath. And just notice. And as you are noticing your thoughts, as you are noticing your breath, I want you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that a filter in your brain is slowly sliding open, kind of like a sunroof in a car. It slowly slides open, giving you access to the deep subconscious portion of your brain, giving you access to the operating system that has driven you your whole life. Keep breathing. Keep imagining, visualizing, or pretending that you see this filter in your brain opening up. And as you do this, I want you to slowly start relaxing your body from the soles of your feet, up your leg, up your knee, and up into your thighs. Keep breathing and spread that relaxation over your hips, up into your belly, waist, ribs, chest, and back. And just allow yourself to relax and let go. As you relax, you will notice the urge to swallow. And it doesn't matter if you swallow sooner or later. It doesn't matter if you've already swallowed or not. It's just an urge that you will notice. Whenever you feel that urge to swallow, go ahead and swallow and let go. Breathe, soften that gut, soften that waist, and bring the breath all the way down into the pelvis, in to the womb area. So you can birth a new version of exactly who you want to be. Bring that breath in. Embody it. Allowing this change to slowly start growing inside. To slowly start developing inside. To gestate inside. Relax those shoulders and arms and elbows and forearms and hands. Feel the skin on the palms of the hands relaxing. And feel each finger letting go. Feel the skin on the soles of the feet, the skin on the palms of the hand, and the skin on the temples and crown of the head. And as you focus gently on the skin on the temples, ponder the word temple. This is your temple. You are your temple. Honor your temple. Feel good in your temple. Whether it's safety, calmness, happiness, well-being, health, gentle, loving movement. Think about the skin on the temples relaxing. As you think about ways to support your temple, the temple that is you. Go back to that visualization, that imagining of the filter between the conscious and the unconscious mind sliding open like a sunroof. Stretch it open wide, allowing your brain to be a unified whole. Past, present, future, it's all there. It's all there. And allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation and deeper into a state of hypnosis. I want you to think about your intention, your word, your destination. And silently repeat to yourself, my intention is. My intention is, and then state your intention. And it's almost like it's being written on the conscious portion of your mind. And again, imagining, visualizing, or pretending that you can see that intention being written on your brain, on the conscious portion of your mind. It might be in cursive, it might be in print, but notice what color the ink is as this intention is being written on the conscious portion of your mind. And then I will slowly count down from 10 to 1. And as I count down, this intention will drop deeper and deeper into the subconscious portion of the mind, deeper and deeper into your mind's operating system. My spring awakening intention is 10, 9, feel it drop, 8, deeper and deeper, 7, 6, and then pause. Notice how far down this intention has dropped. Halfway down. Feel how it feels to embody this intention. And then let's take it a little bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and deep sleep. And each and every time I mention deep sleep, you will sleep quickly, soundly, and deeply. The physical body will be relaxed and the mind will be completely open. You will hear everything that I say at any time. You could open your eyes, you could stand up, you can move. But this is your choice to be here to access the subconscious portion of the mind, to allow yourself to be in the state of deep, deep sleep. Each and every time I say the words deep sleep, that mind will open and the physical body will relax. Your intention has dropped all the way from the conscious portion of the brain, all the way through all the different layers, and has hit the bottom of the subconscious. Meaning that anything that in the past you did to self-sabotage is in the past. Anything that you did in the past that would block you is in the past. From this point forward, the thoughts, the mindset, the attitude, the behaviors, the beliefs will line up to support your intention. From this point forward, the entire mind is on board supporting your intention. I want you to relax and just think about a situation where in the past you would have sabotaged yourself. You would have broken a promise to yourself. You would have done something that later you thought, why am I doing that? And I want you to play out this situation differently, where you are in control of your mindset, where you are in control of your happiness, where you are in control of your health, where you're feeling refreshed. And just play out that situation in your mind, knowing that from this point forward, everything is lining up to support your intention. And then silently repeat to yourself from this point forward, everything is lining up to support my intention. From this point forward, my subconscious mind is lining up to support my intention. And I want you to breathe. And I want you to anchor into this truth. Anchor into this belief. Do your physical anchor, whether it's rubbing your fingers or making a fist. And feel your body doing that anchor. And this anchor is a reminder of what you desire and of how important your desires are. And breathe. And this breath anchors in the emotions, spirit, the truth of your desire to be happy or calm or healthy or safe. And then silently repeat your word as you breathe, as you use that physical anchor, and as you affirm for yourself, I've got this. I deserve this. This is my destination. This is my intention. And my subconscious mind is lining up to support me in this decision. Silently repeat to yourself 3 times, I am whatever your desire is. I am. I am. Do your physical anchor. Breathe. Mentally repeat your word. And feel the wholeness of that brain. Feel that intention permeating the conscious as well as the subconscious portion of the brain. And in a few moments, I'm going to count you back up from 0 to 5. 0 being the deepest place and 5 being eyes open, wide awake. And as I count you up, you will feel that filter between the conscious and the subconscious portion of the mind slowly closing up. So you will be fully functional and aware for the next half of your day. But you will also be completely aware that that intention has already permeated the whole of your brain. 0, you are at your deepest place, deep into that subconscious mind. 0, 1, as that filter slowly starts to close, you might notice or visualize or feel anything that in the past that got in the way of this intention, percolating up from the subconscious portion of the mind, percolating up into that conscious portion of the mind so you can be aware of it and moving up through and release. Kind of like bubbles in sparkling water or in soda. Those bubbles are popping up, moving up and being released. 0, 1, 2, slowly closing up. 0, 1, 2, 3, releasing anything that's trapped down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Releasing, feeling that filter close. 2, 3, 4, 5, and eyes open. Feel that filter slowly close. Wide awake. You are wide awake, fully in your body. Become aware of the room. You might want to move your shoulders or your hands. Take a breath. You can put your hand on your body to re-anchor in. Knowing that from this point forward, you've got your anchor, your breath, and your word. And anytime you need to be reminded of what's important, of what matters, do those 3 things from a place of full awakened consciousness. It will take you back to that whole brain connection. So the decisions that you make will carry you forward in to the rest of your day. How are you feeling? You can take yourself off mute if you'd like to and just answer, or you can type it.
Super encouraged.
Good. What else? Patty, you can hop in anytime.
Okay. Honestly, I feel lighter. I feel this morning kind of started heavy. Like I said, I've been in that mindset, and I can't even tell you. I bopped out. I don't know. The eclipse took me away or something. I was gone for a while.
Good. Good.
That was interesting.
I'm glad. What else? And I want to say sometimes you will be totally conked out and sometimes you won't be. Either way is fine, because when you're hearing what I'm saying, your conscious mind is engaged, and that's great. And when you're not hearing what I'm saying, your conscious mind is engaged, and that's great. Because sometimes we need to bypass the conscious mind and get down here, and other times we need to integrate. So whatever happens for you is right in the moment. I'm going to send you this video, and I'm also going to send you just an audio of the hypnosis. You can use it to fall asleep at night. You can use it when you're stressed out and anxious in the middle of the day. You can use it like that when you think my mindset is going and things are falling apart. You can't use it too often. The only thing is, don't use it while driving or operating heavy equipment. Those are the only times not, but otherwise use it often. And thank you for making this commitment to yourself. You'll be amazed in 5 days learning these tools, how it can shift things for you. If you have questions, you can hop in now, or you can send me an email later. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, same time, same Zoom link.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Good to see you all. Bye.